living character that was killed by Richard has a ghost at the end. What if we did something where the ghosts are talking to their living characters?
That could be really cool.
Like we pulled lines, and then it was just like a conversation.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And then, since the ghosts at the end, they're like talking to Richard. So maybe we can incorporate Richard in there. Or we can start out, we can do like a found poll.
I mean, for like the living characters, we pull their lines from all the different scenes where they're living, and then
yeah, we can do like the lines that have to do with like life and death and like trust and.
You know, it could be cool if it was like the living character and then Richard and then the ghost.
That would be cool, because then it's like the ghosts that are talking to Richard. We can like pull from different scenes where he's like talking to the characters, like either right before they're gonna die or he's gonna like kill them, or just like his little like asides that are that they don't know. Yeah.
God keep me from false friends, but they were none. Methinks the truth should live from age to age. Death makes no conquest of this conqueror, and if I live until I meet a man, I'll win our ancient right in France again, or die a soldier as I lived a king. My Lord Protector needs will have it so. I fear no uncles dead, and if they live, I hope I need not fear.
So wise, so young, they say do never live long.
Let me sit heavy on thy soul tomorrow. Think how thou stabbest me in my prime of youth at Tewkesbury. Despair therefore and die.
With Clarence's stuff, we can use the lines from when he's living, when he's talking to the first and second murderers, because he talks a lot about life and death there, and that kind of goes along with our theme. And also right before that, when he's talking to the keeper, he has the dream.
Oh, I have passed a miserable night, so full of fearful dreams of ugly sights. Though 'twere to buy a world of happy days, so full of dismal terror was the time. O Lord, methought what pain it was to drown, with dreadful noise of water in mine ears, what sight of ugly death within mine eyes, all scattered in the bottom of the sea. I passed, methought, the melancholy flood, with that sour ferryman which poets write of, unto the kingdom of perpetual night. Have you that holy feeling in your souls to counsel me to make my peace with God? And are you yet to your own souls so blind that you will war with God by murdering me? Not to relent is beastly, savage, devilish.
Clarence, who I indeed have cast in darkness, do not hear him plead, for Clarence is well spoken, and perhaps may move your hearts to pity if you mark him. Your eyes drop millstones when fools' eyes fall tears.
Let me sit heavy in thy soul tomorrow, I that was washed to death with fulsome wine. Poor Clarence, by thy guile betrayed to death. Think on me, and fall thy edgeless sword, despair and die.
Because Rivers, Gray, and Bond, they all like talk together. Yeah. Should we do like, I think Rivers has the most lines.
By heaven, my soul is purged from grudging hate. Today shalt thou behold a subject die, for truth, for duty, and for loyalty. Within the guilty closure of thy walls, we give to thee our guiltless blood to drink. Be satisfied, dear God, with our true blood, which, as thou knowest, unjustly must be spilled.
They do me wrong, and I will not endure it. Who is it that complains unto the king? They love his grace but lightly, that fills his ears with such dissentious rumors. To thee, that has not honesty nor grace, a plague upon you all.
Let me sit heavy on thy soul tomorrow. Rivers that died at Pomfret, despair and die. Think upon Gray, and let thy soul despair. Think upon Vaughan, and with guilty fear, let fall thy lance, despair and die. A lot of very hopeful lines. There's a lot of like really hopeful lines throughout the play, and that is also a very good contrast because it's almost as if he isn't suspecting Richard.
Yeah.
so prosper I, as I swear perfect love. My Lord, I hold my life as dear as yours, and never in my days I do protest, was it so precious to me as it is now. I'll wait upon your lordship, can lesser hide his love or hate than he, for by his face straight shall you know his heart. O momentary grace of mortal men, they smile at me, who shortly shall be dead.
Then be your eyes the witness of their evil. Look how I am bewitched. Behold, mine arm. Talkest thou me of ifs? Thou art a traitor. Off with his head.
Bloody and guilty, guilty and awake, and in a bloody battle end thy days. Think on Lord Hastings, despair and die.
Anne and Buckingham are like two of the most important ghosts because they were like closest to Richard, kind of. Because Anne and Richard were married, and then Buckingham was trusted by Richard for most of it until he like killed him. Yeah. Like for Anne, we can find ones where she's like, I think she had that scene with Richard where she like starts out like really angry because he told her husband, and then he like makes her fall in love with him really fast. So she had a transition into that, and then she talks about how she like doesn't want to marry him.
So do you want to like track the feelings of this?
Sure. Yeah.
And her mom? So we can, for Anne, we can pull a lot of different things from different scenes.
Oh, cursed be the hand that made these holes. Cursed the heart that had the heart to do it. Cursed the blood that let this blood from hence. For thou hast made the earth, the happy earth, thy hell. For 'tis thy present that exhales this blood. From cold and empty veins where no blood dwells. Arise, dissembler. Though I wish thy death, I will not be thy executioner. All men, I hope, live so. Within so small a time, my woman's heart grossly grew captive to his honey words, for never yet 1 hour in his bed did I enjoy the golden dew of sleep, but with this timorous dreams was still awakened.
To undertake the death of all the world, so I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for it was made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. This hand, which for thy love did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. I'll have her, but I will not keep her long. Rumor is abroad that Anne, my wife, is very grievous sick.
Richard, thy wife, that wretched Anne, thy wife, that never slept a quiet hour with thee, now fills thy sleep with perturbations. Tomorrow in the battle think of me, and fall thy edgeless sword, despair and die. Okay, Buckingham is very important because he was like Richard's right-hand man. Richard only said a short thing, just to show like how, maybe like, because you know how if someone's trying to make someone feel guilty, they and someone's trying to defend themselves, they start talking a lot, but the more guiltier they feel, they start talking less. What if we made Buckingham the last ghost, even though he appears the last too, and then Richard only had a short like response to that.
You cloudy princes, and heart-sorrowing peers, that bear this heavy mutual load of moan, now cheer each other and each other's love. We know each other's faces. For our hearts, he knows no more of mine than I of yours, or I of his, my lord, than you of mine. By heaven we come to him in perfect love, and so once more return and tell his grace of dark forgetfulness and deep oblivion.
The deep revolting would be Buckingham. No more shall be the neighbor to my counsels.
The first was I that helped thee to the crown. The last was that I felt thy tyranny. Oh, in the battle think on Buckingham, and die in terror of thy guiltiness. Dream on, of bloody deeds and death. Fainting despair, despairing yield thy breath.
For the closing thing for Richard, we can do when he wakes up from his dream where all the ghosts are talking to him, and he is like really scared and he's talking about all the different ghosts. So we can end with that.
Ooh, that's a really good idea.
Or he says like my
Yeah.
conscience hath is out 1,000 several tongues, etc.
Yeah, and that's good because it's like, oh, so it's sort of almost like the video, the whole video is just in his head. That's really cool.
My conscience hath 1,000 several tongues, and every tale brings in a several tale, and every tale condemns me for a villain. There is no creature loves me, and if I die, no soul shall pity me.
Gave you a minute when you needed an hour just to push it aside instead of leave it behind you. If any word that I said could have made you forget, I'd have given you them all, but it was all in your head.
This is a terrible angle.
Okay, mystery solved.
We can't.
No, you have to be like sad, because that's how you said all the other lines. You have to be like, yeah, like that. Are they talking about cartons? Are they playing cartons or anything? I can do a backwards roll.
I don't think you need that.
I really can. Like, I'm really good at it. It's too bad. You have to do it. We've already come this far. You just have to do it.
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay. Whatever floats your goat. I'm the goat. Greatest of all time.
No.
My soul! Fuck. See, this is why it's good at knowledge. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is...
This movie that I think you like.